May I make my own rules, Kadania?
Sure. If you have one.
Okay. So you don't need to raise your hand. You can direct answers my questions. So if I ask you how are you, maybe you can answer me directly. Oh my God, how much people here? Okay. How are you guys? Am I audible here? Halo Hanum, Toar. Ada Kak Iqbal, Alpa Sentry, Kak Zahra, Kak Ekalita, Kak Sani, Kak Vera. I hope you're doing good and I hope you're in the good condition. So tonight it will be so fun because we will discuss about the interesting and the captivating topic. Do you know about the topic tonight, guys?
Yes.
What we will discuss, Kadania?
Yeah.
Okay, we will discuss about the role of emotional intelligence in education. Maybe I will share screen. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so this is our topic tonight, the role of emotional intelligence in education. Why I choose this topic? Because I'm really love to learn and I'm education enthusiast. I'm really passionate in education since junior high school. And then I want to become psycholog to be honest, but I'm not. I'm communication digital and media student and just graduated. Nice to know you guys. And first of all, I want to say thank you to Ota community to invite me to become the facilitator. So hope we can have a good discussion about the topic tonight. Okay, let's start from the next slide. I have my own rules, so because Kadania said that we need to raise hand in this class, maybe you don't need to because just not too many people here, so you can just direct to speak up or unmute your unmute your mic, and then after that, in these sessions, I need you to be real, answer your true thought, and be mindful. Okay, that's just the fine rules. Okay, it's easy, so please. And then may I ask someone to read the sentence here? I just want to know that you are here, guys. And I need your help to read the sentence here. Some one paragraph here. Anyone?
May I?
Yeah, sure. Kavera, please.
Okay, so in this space, it's not about who's right or wrong or who sounds smart, the smartest. It's about everyone bringing their unique perspectives and learning from each other. Speak from the heart, respect each voice, and remember that every contribution matters.
Okay, Kavera, what do you feel about the sentences?
About what? I'm sorry?
About the paragraph you just read?
Well, it's a great paragraph, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just be you when you deliver your own thoughts. So it's also reflect who you are. So yeah, you can deliver everything because it's not like it's already mentioned in the sentence from the paragraph. It's not about who's right or wrong, but it's about your perspective about something, and it's something really normal when we have a different perspective.
Okay, thank you, Kavera. That's a great point. Thank you so much. And then let's next to the next slide. Okay, to be honest, this is about me because I don't have so much fun in my life to talking in English and sometimes when we speak in English, especially in Indonesia, other people just say, "Oh my God, you're too English," or maybe your English not so good enough. And I'm really grateful to have this room, to have discussion time with all of you guys. So let's learn together. Okay. I want to ask the question. This is the warm-up question because in the next we will play some games and this is warm-up time. The first question is what's your favorite emotion and why? This is the easy questions. Everyone can answer it. So just unmute your mic and tell your talk about this question. Anyone? Okay, Katoaru first.
Okay, hello Kak Folika.
Hi.
Yeah, for me personally, I really like feeling relaxed after working or after cleaning my room. Yeah, the emotion after finishing my task. Yeah,
Okay.
relief. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, thank you, Katoaru. You just finish your cleaning desk and you just finish your work. Oh my God, that's so good. Okay, so Kak Ekalita.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like of course the emotion that express the apa like laughing and happy, of course.
Oh my God. I hope you always be happy ya, Kak Ekalita. Thank you so much for answering the question. And then 1% again, maybe? Oh, there's Kasoni here. Time is yours.
Okay, hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes. The one emoticon or emoji that is expressed me tonight is uh anxiety. Anxiety sticker. Yeah, I guess that that's expressed to me because something that happened in the past time and until now, but I have to fix that one. Okay, thank you.
Oh, thank you, Kasoni. That's so funny. Okay, you notice the emoticon here. Okay. Okay, I hope 5% to answer this question, but we have 3%, it's okay. Because we have so much questions. And maybe another question is how emotion affect the personal life. What do you think about this? The emotion is part of our life, right? This is within ourselves. So what do you think? How emotion affect the personal life? Do you have any idea, guys?
I want to try to answer.
Yeah, sure, Amalia.
In my opinion, emotion does really affect my personal life, because when I feel sad, even though I'm trying so hard to not show it to people around me, but it can be seen by my expression and stuff. Because there is one time where my friends asking how I feel, but that time I didn't say anything about my feelings, but they can notice it. So I think, yeah, it really affects us, especially me in my daily life.
Oh my God, okay. You have a good friend, I think, Amalia. Okay, so Amalia say about her story about how emotional affect the personal life, and because she feels sad and he tried to not express it, but her friends just can't feel it. That's emotions. Yeah, that's always there's a correction and correlation between emotion and our expression, our gestures, and really affect. So, does anyone want to raise hand or maybe speak up? Maybe you can tell about your story when you really feel the big emotions and it really affect your personal life and really affect your daily life maybe. Or maybe you will tell a story about a day in your life that you really feel so happy or maybe feel so sad or something, so excited. How, guys? Kavera, please.
So I might want to share about the emotions that really affect my personal life. That is also become a really bad result actually. So when I got into like a stress situations, I usually become a really bad and my anger really uncontrollable. Like I couldn't control it, and I started to get mad to everybody around me. That's how I deal with my stress. And there's a time when I feel really bad about my stress. Like I got really bad with my meal schedule. So I skipped a few meal, and then a night after a few stressful times, I got the sickness and I get to see a doctor. So that's how it's affect my personal life, because when I get stressed, I think it's my whole body really react to it, and it was really bad. And then when you mentioned us about happy, I think I never measure my happy, like which one is my happiness time, like this is the most or the biggest happiness that I have ever felt. But it just like it's more like to be more grateful with that I felt at the time. So I never measure like, oh, this is like a small happiness and that one is big happiness. So happiness is just happiness, the feeling that I am always grateful for. So that's how I um like control my emotions and of emotions to affect my personal life.
Okay, thank you, Kavera. So Kavera said that sometimes when we're stressed, our body react to it, so it's become the sickness, right? Oh my God. And you have the unique perspective of the happiness. Kavera said that happiness is something that we're grateful for. We cannot mention that is a small happiness or big happiness, but it's something that we use to feel in our daily life. Okay, that's a unique. Thank you so much, Kavera. And then maybe I want to tell about my story when I feel so sad. Like Amalia, I don't want my friends to notice that I'm sad, but when my friends hug me, I'm really crying at the time. So the emotion is always there in our body, and sometimes even we don't want to express it, sometimes it just, need to release about it, and we need to learn about how to release in a good way. Okay, thank you so much, guys, for telling your story. So, and then anybody want to tell your story again? Okay. Or maybe Kadenia, do you want to tell about your story? About do you have another perspective about how emotion affect the personal life?
Yeah, actually similar with the previous speakers. Because I usually, how to say, like, hold my emotions since I was a child. So I don't know how to express myself. And because of that, I usually to get angry if there is something is not on my purpose. Like I prepare for something and it happens isn't like what I planning before, and I usually to get angry, and it's really how to say like, struggling me because I can't do my daily activity effectively as usual.
Okay, Kadenia, thank you for telling your story. Sometimes life not give what we always want, right? But that's okay. That's how we learn. Thank you so much. Okay, how about Haras here? You have so many fire. You on fire, Haras?
No, I was just bored.
Okay.
Yeah. So how the emotion affect the personal life? First of all, if you're studying or working in a good mood, you would done like so many homework or so many work uh that would make you productive, I guess. And yeah, and the bad part is when there's someone that couldn't control their emotion. That's really bad because at some point, at some time, if they couldn't hold back, they could just do whatever they have in mind, like throw something to the wall or punch someone. No, it's actually really good to have a balanced emotion. If you don't have a balanced emotion, that would be bad for for you and your surrounding. That's for me. That's all for me.
Okay, thank you, Haras. Because Haras say that sometimes we always have a control of our emotions, but I think in another perspective, when I'm juniors, no, when I'm elementary school, when I'm angry, I will push the desk on front of me, and the class will rising because I'm angry at the times. I cannot control my emotions because I don't know what the emotion is and what the emotion available in our daily life. I'm not noticed that. So knowing about my emotions and release it's about a journey to learn about that, and that's okay if we sometimes we lose about our control, but make sure make sure to ourselves that we always try to be better in the next time. Okay, thank you. So the next questions. This is, what are some common misconceptions about emotional intelligence? Maybe it will correlate with the Hara statement or maybe another opinion, but I want to add something. The one of the misconception about emotional intelligence is that have we always have to be nice. I think it's okay to be not okay, that a common praise, but not for long term. So sometimes we feel sad, sometimes we won't cry, sometimes we angry. That's part of our emotion that we not always be okay. And yeah, it's okay, but we always try to control our emotions. Okay, so maybe do you have another opinion about what are some common misconceptions about emotional intelligence, guys? Or maybe Haras want to add something about my opinion, or maybe another one? Okay. Okay, guys. Maybe Kak Ekalita. Oh, there's Kak Alpha Centauri. So time is yours, Kak Alpha.
All right, hello everyone. I think for this one, it is kind of such a good question that I found. I mean, as you said, right? When we talk about misconception about emotional intelligence, people always force us to be nice every time, right? But uh, several people also say that emotional intelligence is innate. Many people believe that emotional intelligence is something you are born with and cannot be developed. But for me, from my point of view, it can be learned and improved over the time. For the people who have misbehavior like that, with practice, anyone can enhance their emotional intelligence through self-awareness. They could learn, do some kind of empathy activity, or they also can learn communication skill. So by doing that several things that I said before, this could reduce the effect about how bad emotional can cause to each other. And not only that, I think this also should be being how to say that learning section. I think that should be put in every school. It is about learning understanding others, I think, because it is hard, right, to learn about others. So by giving space on school, teaching the pupil start from the early age, like early year of their age, it could be a key part of emotional intelligence itself, and it could be involved understanding to your own self, right? So in the future time, there is will not what is that there will be not um people harm each other, because we already learned about this emotional intelligence. So I think, yeah, that my opinion about this one. Thank you, guys.
So good, Kak Alpha. You notice that emotional intelligence affect our successful because it can seem by our how to communicate to others. It's a good point. And then you say that emotional intelligence needs to be taught in school. I'm agree with you, but in Indonesia, it's like awareness about that. And maybe if you become a teachers, or maybe when you have a children's in the futures, you will become a good mothers. It's really out of the topic, but you have a good point, and I hope you spread that awareness to others. Okay, thank you so much, Kak Alpa. And then anyone want to speak up again?
Let me in.
Yeah,
Okay. Actually, I do agree that you said it first. When we are a teacher, we're supposed to know about something that is related with it, emotional intelligence. And for being nice, for example, many assume that emotional intelligence means always being kind or agreeable, but it's actually about managing emotion effectively, not only being nice, but also we have to manage our emotion. And we sometimes involve setting boundaries, for example, and giving constructive criticism and making tough decisions. And not only that, I guess um, emotional intelligence is inherent and can be developed. Some believe emotional intelligence is a fixed trait, right? Like IQ or something else, but research showed that it can be improved with practice or self-reflection, and or we call it emotional regulation technique uh, in our country. And last, I guess that emotional intelligence and empathy are the same. While empathy is a key component, right? Emotional intelligence includes more like self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, social skills, and behaviorisms, I guess. And because of that, we have to know how can we fix emotional intelligence, and we can develop that for future, especially when we are teacher or something skill that is need AI. And the last also, not only emotional intelligence. I mean, AI is mean that emotional intelligence. Okay, not all of the skills need AI or emotional intelligence. Okay, that's from me. Thank you.
okay, thank you, Kasani, for answers the question, and it's really interesting. You say that. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so you said that the key of the emotional intelligence, the empathiness, it's so good because we need to become a genuine care to others, right? It's really a good point. Thank you so much. How about Kahanum here? Hello, Kahanum.
Yes, hello, Miss Vocalis. Okay, so thank you for this opportunity. In my POV, maybe I have a different POV, but actually I will really agree with all the opinion before. Maybe I ever hear that I think so many people say that emotional intelligence or emotional is reverse to about angry. I mean, like emotional intelligence is so many emotion like happiness, sadness, or confused, or other emotional like kind of, yes, I think it's other emotion. But I so many meet people that define emotional intelligence is about the angry, like oh, I was emotional right now. So many people don't know that so many emotion in emotional intelligence. It is the first. And then the second is maybe in emotional intelligence is many people ignore this. I mean, like there always priorities, put priorities for IQ, but there too ignore about emotional intelligence. I think it's really important too, and we need to equality for this. Maybe this is in my opinion. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Kahanum. Yeah, that's right. We need to notice that the emotional is not always the heaviest, but always the sadness and then the confused. That's right. Sometimes we just don't know what we need to do with the confusedness that we face, and we really need to know, and we need to learn about how can we solve the problem with our emotions. Okay, that's good. Okay, thank you so much, guys. This is the last warm up time, maybe. Oh, there's Kario here who want to add another PV. Hello, Kario.
Hello.
Hi. Your voice really audible, so the time is yours.
Okay, thank you for the chance. So there are so many common misconception about emotional intelligence, but I'd like to highlighting uh the emotional intelligence regarding to gender stereotypes. Especially some people think that female has higher emotional intelligence than male, and some people say that male is higher than female, but I don't think that emotional intelligence is affected by the gender differences. I think because I have ever read some studies regarding the emotional intelligence and gender differences, and each journal the different has the difference has the different results, and because of that I conclude that this is just gender stereotypes and misconception, and the things that affecting emotional intelligence is age and educational level. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Kario. So Kario said that based on journal studies, the female have more good or better emotional intelligence than a male. That's it. Okay, that's I have another point of view about this. Maybe some journals said that, but to be honest, it's have relevant about our education in home, right? So because I'm just graduate in university, and I just want to tell you a story, guys. So maybe we will close each other's and just more confident to speak up. When I'm in university, there's a party for the student. It's the party like drinking alcohol and do anything. And the interesting and the captivating story about that is I interviewed some person who joined the event and then asked them why they do something like that. It's because they not close with their parents. They feel not receive the love that they need. And another thing is to become a bad guy is the escape for the confuses, and it's really bad. So I can agree with the stereotype that female have better emotional intelligence than male, because yeah, the female and male, if they learn, they will become a good person, and the emotional intelligence can be learned by the process. Okay, maybe that's it. Thank you so much. But I'm really appreciate that you found the journal about that. Okay, and tonight we will play a game. So maybe you can give the number. Yeah, depend on how we handle the problem, and depend on how we always try to find the best solutions, how to learn about the emotional intelligence, because we can journaling and we can improve the self-awareness by the time goes on. Okay, back to the topic. Let's play the game, and I want all of you guys choose the number 1 or 2 in the chat box. I want to add voting here, but I don't know how to do that, to be honest. Oh, okay. 1, 2. So everyone, please choose your number 1 or 2. Oh, there's Kak Raihan. I think I know you, Kak Raihan. Okay. Everyone voted? Okay. And that display again. And the topic maybe will be confused a little bit. I know that not every individual have your own POV, but just play a game in this time. So we will discuss about emotional intelligence is more important than academic intelligence in education. And for the person who choose number one will be someone who pro with the argument, maybe someone pro with the statement. And the second one who choose number two will be cons and maybe can add the more argument about the number one said. So it will be hard. Maybe for number two. Can I check the number, please? No. Okay, you need to be right here, so maybe you can add unique opinion about your statement. It's okay. And maybe someone can start from number one. Maybe someone from number one can start to give your opinion. Okay. There's anyone here who choose number one? Who want to give the opinion about the statement? And the host believe that emotional intelligence is more important than academic intelligence in education. Okay, Kak Dania, what number you chose in the chat box?
I choose number one.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah. So it pro. Okay, so I think emotional intelligence more important than academic intelligence because from if the student who has an emotional intelligence, they will improve their social skills, especially they will develop better communications and interpersonal skill, leading to have more positive relationship with their friends and also their teachers. And on the other hand, they also will have better stress management because they can manage their emotions. So if they're faced in some like problems or conflict, they will know how to manage their emotions, not to go too deep in their emotion, but to find the solutions of it. And also they will how to say, like, easy to adapt with the environments, with the situations, especially if you are at schools and you will meet a new friends, and then if you move from elementary school to high school, you will adapt in a new environment. So as people who have emotional intelligence, I believe they can become adaptability persons. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Kak Dania. So, Kak Dania, as who's pro, deliver the point about the emotional intelligence is more important than academic intelligence. So, in these sessions, three person who choose pro will deliver the statement first. Maybe another team from pro teams can deliver about your opinion first before we start with the cons. Okay, Kak Saiful.
Okay, Miss, thank you for the opportunity. I'm a representative of ProScience, so I want to give my opinion about this notion. So I think emotional intelligence is more crucial than academic intelligence in education because I think in education we face some issues over there to meet the deadline of our assignment or maybe to socialize with teachers and colleagues. So I think the emotional intelligence is more important than academic intelligence because we need social skills to to socialize with them. Also in the education, maybe if we graduated from our education, I think we must socialize with human. So I think the skills in emotional intelligence, like the self-awareness, empathy, strong social skills, and motivation, are really beneficial for the people who have the higher emotional intelligence in the education. So I think the emotional intelligence is, yeah, it can help you to face all of the unforeseen future in our progress in education, like sometimes we feel sometimes when we face the deadline of our assignment, we can manage the deadline, we can manage our time properly, and we can manage our emotion also, because I think the assignment, when the assignment is too much, I think it will affect our emotion also. So I think the students tend to practice these skills of emotional intelligence to success in their education. Thank you.
Oh my God, that's so compact. You related the emotional intelligence to connection with managing skill, and that's a good part. Okay. Anyone? One again from the pro team, please. To deliver. Okay, Kak Ekalita. Okay.
I think emotional intelligence is more important than academic intelligence in education, because they can relate the communication more better. So for the relationship or for leadership, if you have emotional intelligence, then you can communicate with others better, and then maybe for to overcome the problem, you also will be more patient, and so so your decision will be more proportional and proper as well. Because if someone is decide or regulate something or arrange something under emotional unstable emotional, or they having emotional problem, they will be like miss misrecognize the detail condition. And it is very important, because sometimes if you're missing something like urgent or like crucial, then it will be affect to others. And then maybe you didn't predict things, because under emotional distraction, you only care about something that you think it's important, but you didn't think about the effect of your the whole condition. So what I want to say, that emotional intelligence will be make the comprehensive condition better. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Kak Ekalita. And third person from the pro team was deliver the idea about the time. And then this is the time for the cons team. And we have a few members who chose number 2. Okay. Anyone want to be the first to deliver the idea about the contract of the time? Okay, maybe Kak Alpa, do you want to be the first? Because you look so confident to answer the number 2 after the know the time. Yeah. Okay, anyone? Oh, okay, Iqbal. Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure. Good evening, everyone. So my name is Iqbal, and I'm standing with number 2, which means cons side. Yeah. So in this motion, academic intelligence is more important than emotional intelligence in my side. I think it's correct. I mean, I agree with that because just take a look with our country, like Indonesia, for instance, like in order to get high score and in order to get like the first place in the class, we should have good mark. We should have the highest score among the students in the class, right? And I think it's the first example for demonstrating that academic intelligence is more important than emotional intelligence. And also about getting into university, it's also about mark. So it's also about score. It's not about how intelligent someone with emotional intelligence and stuff. And another one, I also want to state about problem solving skills. So let's say we are given like the problem about business or engineering. Of course, we need we need to approach that problem with engineering or business skill, which means like it's technical skill, not about emotional intelligence. So I think at this point, still academic intelligence is still win over the emotional intelligence. And another point is also about the measure. To measure academic intelligence is easier than emotional intelligence. So yeah, that's my point. Thank you very much.
Okay, so clear, yeah, guys. So, okay, let's move to the next speaker, Kareyhan Auzan. Okay, you'll become the pro team. You'll become the cons team, right?
Yes, exactly. All right, so this is my time, Miss Polikashi. Okay, thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. So maybe I want to give my perspective. So today I'm gonna give my cons. Actually, I have no idea if the first one's gonna be pro and the cons for the concept of the game, but I don't mind about this, about being a pro and cons. But since I have been about 10 years in education, um, this part of the emotional intelligence and the academic intelligence, I've got so much point of view that some people always lead for this emotional intelligence one as the most prior in education. But the thing is, for me, academic intelligence, yeah, just like Mr. Iqbal said, that is more important, is far important. But I would say the important ones need to be highlighted. We need to underline that this is about the, which one is need to be prioritized between emotional or the academic one. And also that we need to underline again about the education. Guys, we didn't talk about environment or maybe in our life. This is about education. So this is a little bit tricky. So maybe I'm gonna tell you guys why in education world, education sector, academic is way more crucial compared to emotional one. So I've read some kind of reference. So I do agree with this kind of pro and cons. So maybe you guys know about Daniel Goleman and also the Ulrich Neisser from, there's some kind of reference. I have searched about both of these the famous and the recognized writers of the book. So he told me, so he gave the quotes like, education is not about information. It is about having an active intelligence which constantly search and seek and look at everything in every possible way. So that's the first. And then the second one from Danny Goleman, that intelligence, we talk about academic intelligence, is referred to the coalescence of the memory and analytical abilities to constitute the conventional notion of intelligence. It means that conventional notion, like the ability, analytical ability, is needed to recall, recognize, analyze, evaluate, and how do we need to judge the information, anything. In education, it means we can refer to students or the teacher. So maybe the question more, the statement that we cannot so we can find out like this is for refer to the students or the teachers. So maybe make it neutral so we can make it generic way. I think we can both of them can do. It will be exactly the same. So like I said before, that about the academic intelligence is about analyze, evaluate. It didn't need some kind of emotional. Why? we in education there's a lot of grades, right? There's a preschool, there's a elementary school, and also that junior high school and then senior high school, and maybe we are the college student until you are master or maybe doctoral. Maybe let's take a look from the preschool. We as a teacher, so I've been a preschool teacher before in international school. We never, you know, yes, we are always built for our students that to be to keep build their emotional well-being, maybe how to so how to be a good friends with for each other, and then how we to respect with the teacher and as well, and so on. But the thing is, we still keep the academic value to the students, especially when I was in the preschool. Why? Because the thing is about talking about the emotional thing. We need to make everything looks objective, because emotional can be more subjective matters. You can be right with your emotional, but it doesn't mean it looks right for other people. I mean, the other friends, And some students that they think, for example, that's the easiest way from my experience that these students has a bad grades, this student has a bad grades, and then he or she or they complain, Mr. Why I got a bad grades? Maybe the bad score because I work hard, I study hard, and I'm good manner and something like that. But the thing is, when me as a teacher, when I search and then I told evaluate this student, so I just told them the honesty, like you have a bad grade. It's not about just one factor. It's not about you have a good grade, like you're just finished your worksheet, or maybe you just have a good examination, but also that there's a lot of definitely factor about how you can be more critical. Maybe there's some kind of study case you need to be objectively weigh, and then how you have a good analyze from, maybe like in my school that there's some kind of journaling, some kind of review that you need to objective way, and then some kind of debate, you know, how you can process and then how you can analyze every kind of information, with a certain topics. So they are very weak in that part. Okay. In emotional, yeah, they're very good. But for the objective and analyze for the some kind of material of the content, they're very weak. So me as a teacher, I can give a good score just because they have a good emotional, because it's very subjective. And the students, after that, they were furious and they're very upset with me. So there's no important things that when we just read the emotional and then it's very subjective. Oh, okay, because you're mad, okay, I'm giving a good score. So I don't mind about the academic intelligence one. No, that's very wrong. Okay, because there's some kind of students, they are very lead, they're very good in academic intelligence because it's about the objective way to measure, to measure about the academic skill, the analyzed, how to judge information, and so on. So that's the part about the how is the most important. And after that, after the academic intelligence about how you analyze, then we can set apart about the emotional intelligence as well indirectly. Um, and also that I've read something and once again about academic intelligence. I think there's three things about from Daniel Goldman. The first about analytical intelligence, and then practical, and then creative intelligence. I've mentioned about analytical, and also that about practical. It's about how you be street smart and the common sense, how you can how to you memorize, and then how you to recognize, and then how you recall all of the content in a conventional way. And then also the creative one, so how you can be imaginative and how be innovative with the problem solving. There's some kind of problem, so you need to understand in an objective manner, not your emotion. Okay. If we lead always with emotion, everything can be subjective, and not in academic, in education, we always look for the objective first. Okay. And after that, if you understand and then you fully using all of your intelligence skill in analytical, practical, and creative completely, so you can use the emotional one, that's fine. Okay. But if we first let the emotional first, then some people will forget about the academic one. Okay, just like Mr. Iqbal said that, you know, in not only Indonesian problem, I think about the education purpose, we just lead the score, and then, you know, giving a score to the student is not just giving only, right? Everything, there's a lot of measurement and formulas, not just giving a score. If you think that just giving the score, I think the emotional one's gonna be as well. Oh, some students, some teacher just love the student. Oh, I love the students, I'm gonna give a high score, even though the academic is not, academic is poor. Oh, the student has a good academics performance, like the analytical is very good, the practical is good, but she or he is less emotional, or maybe not really good in how to manage the emotion regulation. So I'm gonna give a bad score. So is that fair? No. Okay. As a teacher, me as a teacher, I always look at the academic, and after that, we can lead them to the emotional one. Okay, because it's very personal. Maybe that student's not really suitable with the teacher, maybe not comfortable with the teacher. Yes, possibly, yes, right? And also maybe there's some kind of develop factor, like maybe from the parents or maybe from the parenting, and as well. It's a very emotional, not in education. You can have to be professional, like this education in the school or maybe in college, it means that this is about education, academic, and the teacher and the student's relationship. And the emotional one, so we can set apart first, set apart after, maybe how you can have a deep connection with that students, that you think that they had a problem. Okay, it depends from you as a teacher.
Yeah,
Like that.
thank you so
Okay,
much,
thank you so
Mr.
much.
Raihan. Yeah, as we see that, we we still have another participant to
All
express their
right.
opinion. Okay, let's we
Okay.
continue again. Thank you so much for your opinions.
Okay, thank you, Rehan. Thank you, Kadenia. And then, Rehan, you have so many good points. You say you quote from Goldman quotes. That's nice. And then you said that intelligence very subjective. Okay, but I need to be neutral here because I'm the facilitator. So I will give one person who can deliver the cons of the time. This one here. Mr. Sunny, I think you can give us the feedback in the end of the sessions. Or you want to become a member here and deliver your opinion?
Yes, of course.
Oh,
Mm.
you'll
I'm
become
not-
you'll become the cons of the time, okay? You'll become the cons team, the contract team.
Okay. All right. Oh my God, I love to become the pro one because oh yeah, the contra team.
Okay.
Okay, I support the idea of academic intelligence is far more important compared to emotional intelligence because okay, probably the previous speaker is studying about what would you like to do? What would you like to propose so that the PISA, the score measuring the quality of intellectual of Indonesian students can be significantly increased if, for example, the lessons empowering emotional intelligence at school will be developed further. Okay, will that likely change the PISA scores we have? Will that raise the critical thinking we have? Will that also comprehensively improve the analytical thinking, the way we can properly be more competitive compared to other students from different countries? I think I do agree with what has been stated by Mr. Raihan before, that it's not limited to only teachers, but also all stakeholders like the school itself or the parents, the students, other students, and even people themselves should see that the academic is far more important. Why? Because as far as I'm concerned, we are totally manipulated by our emotion. Okay, because like the concept of emotional intelligence itself is not fixed yet. It's not established in what way. If some people believe that religious value can somehow change people mindsets on how to be, like all people say, like moral first before before knowledge. But I say knowledge first is far more important, because then they can know why they should behave that way. Okay, I think we need to how to say, properly teach the students academically on how and why they should behave that way, why they should uphold certain attitudes, why they should treat others like that. Okay, this is something that become the gap, the disparity, the inability of teachers providing academic approaches on why this is matter, become a gap that that even further the students to becoming even in balanced situations. So they are far from emotionally intelligence and academically intelligence. So yeah, I think that's my temporary comment, because I didn't want to talk further. Okay, yeah, I'm proud to be the constant. Thank you.
Okay, I'm not expect that the cons team will deliver so much point. Okay, and maybe Dania, do you want to add some point because you come from the pro teams? Maybe you will disagree with some point from the cons.
Yeah, actually, if we just see in the one point of view, it will be like a lot of pros and cons. But if we combine it together, actually, we can find the, how to say, the balancing of it. But yeah, academic is such an important things in like because it has a, how to say, concrete number to be tested, and emotional skill is more like more general. But actually, without emotional intelligence, how can the academic people can be like more survive in the educations if they are not having an emotional intelligence, like they don't have an empathy or such, like social skills, they become individual persons. I think that in the futures they will face a hardest time in their life. So I think that's why the emotional intelligence still important for academic people.
Oh, so you from the pro teams, but you agree with the cons team, Dania? You prefer to choose the win-win solutions and agree with the cons team?
I just like mentioned the cons team said, but again, I still in the pros.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, anyone from pro teams will add opinion? Okay. So the winner is no, not yet. The time not up. Okay, anyone will deliver the point from the pro team? Maybe Hanum. Hanum, are you there? Or Heni or Kak Ekalita? Okay, Heni, time is yours.
Okay, thank you very much for giving me time to express my opinion, Miss. Actually, I'm in pro in this position. I do agree where emotional intelligence is more important than academic intelligence education. Why? As based on your previous slide, you said that emotional intelligence is refers to our ability to understand ourselves and our social skill or our relationship with human. It means that we have the way to understand. Yeah, we learn how to control our emotion. Yeah, we learn how to manage it. But in academic intelligence, of course, it's important for ourselves because in academic intelligence, it's really important for our cognitive tasks. Yeah? So between between IQ and IQ, yeah, IQ, it's both of them, have significant roles like hablu minaula and hablu minanas in our life. It must be balanced, yeah. It means that if you are smart but you have no empathy, you have no social skill, or never understand the people, yeah, it's gonna work in our life. Thank you. That's all from me, Miss.
Okay. Anyone comes? Okay, there's Kadidi here. Are you come from pro or cons team?
Okay, can you hear me?
Okay.
Okay, my opinion about the emotional intelligence is more important than academic intelligence in education. I think agree because I agree with statement from Mrs. Anne say if we emotional intelligence, it can to be control to ourselves because if we not control emotional intelligence and we to keep the academic intelligence also. So I think we know the issue about corruption. Maybe it was something like that. We know that corruption is, I think, uh, is academic intelligence also, not about emotional intelligence. Because we not have empathy maybe and social to feel other people. Maybe something like that. Thank you.
Okay. Oh my God, you're so active right now. Okay, Rio, time is yours.
Yeah, I totally agree with the motion. I believe that emotional intelligence is more important than academic intelligence because as we know the main objectives of educational institution is not only produce not only produce human as tools for capitalism, but also teach students the moral value, the positive moral values. The educational institution is not only to produce a good doctor, good engineer, and so on, but to produce a good human. So uh, we can we can live in better society. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And then someone from cons team maybe will deliver your point. Maybe you disagree with the pro teams and want to say something from their opinion. Okay. Okay, anyone? I
May
call,
I?
yeah, Kare, please.
So I just make it quick here. I do. So I do understand about from the pros statement, their opinion, how this emotional intelligence can be more important. I would say that yeah, that's true. Emotional intelligence for us, for as a human being, is very important. I mean, this is how we can develop ourselves. I mean, we can say that as a self-development. But the thing is, me as a cons that um about academic intelligence term in education, uh, this is very objective, right? So, like I forgot Mr. Rio, yeah, Mr. Rio, and I forgot about the corruption and also about, yeah, so and the other that, um, how we can, so how we can manage that this academic intelligence is not only just how to get a good score and how so we can produce how to be a doctor, you know, how to be a lawyer and something like that. But have you ever seen that a doctor or maybe a lawyer that they are really being successful with their job and with their occupation without academic intelligence? I don't think so. Just like I said before, so maybe I'm gonna be more objective that about academic intelligence. Maybe I just said I forgot about I told you about from Ulrich Neisser. So he state that intellectual skill or intellectual intelligence is important to success in school environment like analysis, evaluation, judgment, and recognition. So that's the point. And also that I've read about some kind of journal, some from Deborah Zellens and David Netforney. So they have research about law teacher and actually about intelligence, about academic intelligence is always portrayed about the five learning style like classifying and then experiential, kinesthetic, and visual. We need to understand that like a visual, for example, kinesthetic experience, and then how you know the most effective learning, a learning experience. That's very academic intelligence, which is that there's no emotional intelligence aspect that you can observe that. Okay, it will form about intellectual capacity. Um, simply like this. A lot of people that has emotional intelligence, they have no intellectual capacity. Why? Because they always lead their emotional always. Okay. They're just being emotional. Okay. They just want to they want just people understand their feelings, right? So that's the very simply. I mean like in bahasa just omong doang, you know. So we need to be more objective. So you need to analyze about the situation, about your art intelligence and academic, I mean, especially in education. Me as a teacher, I don't want to my students be like that, like just following their emotional without guiding, with a guide from their teacher. I mean, this guide, it means that from the academic one, okay? I do understand from your perspective that about be a doctor, be a lawyer, I'm a teacher as well. So what happened if I'm a teacher that I just follow my emotional intelligence? It means it's very subjective. It means that I have no competitive aspect from my academic because it means that I have this respect about my academic then. So I don't want to be like that. So well about the people others from their with their occupation. So that's my perspective. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Kak Rehan. Okay, I got your point. And then maybe Kak Rehan say this. So the winner is, oh my God, I think we are all of us is the champion here. So okay, it's really interesting. The answer likely lies in a balanced approach. Both forms of intelligence are valuable and contribute to well-rounded education, and I'm totally agree with Sunny said that emotional intelligence is important, but no, not more important. And then, okay, the minute will be getting a go pie from you, Kak Rehan. Is it? Okay, I agree. So, may I become the winner, please? I'm
Well,
against competition.
try to be
Sure,
objective,
sure,
okay?
Miss Sure.
However, yeah, it's important to ensure that academic skills are not neglected to the pursuit of emotional development. Okay, I have one topic more, and it's will become the same system like this. There's one will become pro, and one another will become contra. So you not know the topic and you will choose you want to become pro or cons in the chat below. So you chat here in the chat box. You will become number one mean pro, or you will become number two mean contra. But I will not give the topic before you give your position. Okay. Okay, okay. Iqbal, you said previous chat you want to change your position and you choose number 2 again in this topic, okay? Mustakin, you want to become a facilitator with me here to be neutral, but I'm not, to be honest. Start with number 2, okay, 1. Daniel, what you want to choose, number 1 or 2?
I already choose number 1.
Oh, I see,
Keep
okay.
in number 1.
Okay, stay number 1. Fabrian, I will choose from you. Maybe you will become number 2 because 1.5 will prefer to number 2. Okay. The topic is, okay, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Should school be responsible for teaching emotional intelligence alongside traditional subject, or should it be learned outside the classroom? To be honest, Kak Alpa said in the previous discussion, but we will maybe add some information again. Okay, number 2, okay. Okay, because in the previous discussion, the pro team deliver the statement first, and in this discussion, the number 2 or maybe the cons team will deliver the argument first. Who want to be the first? Maybe Kak Iqbal, I think you need to add your argument here because you start to become member contra. Okay, anyone please? From contra team, except Kasani or Karehan, I think.
Oh my God, this is my topic so much. Okay, just keep in Mr. Sunshine. Okay, I'll give the another one.
Just number 2 here. Okay, Kak Ekalita.
I think
Will
the
become the contra ya, Kak Ekalita.
harus pro cons, not opinion.
Contra.
Contra. Oh. Contra. So what you mean contra?
So you need to be disagree with the opinion.
The opinion is, should school be responsible for teaching alongside traditional subject, or should it be learned outside the classroom?
Oh, I think, oh yes. Should school be responsible for teaching alongside traditional subject, or should it be learned outside the classroom?
Opinion, is it right?
Okay.
Okay, I think it depends to the needs of the family or the student. So the idea that there is many variant of schools, it's very helpful, because not every family or not every schools can manage can give the teaching of EI, in my perception. Like if you are like you are a parents that are strict and always put academic as a priority, your kids will be have less EI lesson, right? So you will find that your kids is like impatient, and maybe they are smart, but they have emotional problems. So maybe for this condition, you will be need like EI, the schools that teaching EI skills, right? But if you are from the family, or your parent is have a highly EI skills, maybe your children will be need academic schools, because maybe when you teaching your children, you will miss like to improve their academic skills, because sometimes academic skills with the EI skills is they like contra, yeah. Because when you are, that's why parenting school is more heavier than academic schools, because in the parenting schools you have to balance their AI skills with their IQ skills and also the SQ skills. But not everyone need the kind of school. Mostly if your family or your background environment have provide it well, like for example, if your parent is having good skills in parenting, also social skills, and also in IQ, of course they didn't have any problem, right, raising perfect kids. But when you are not in the your support system is not support this condition, of course you have to seek schools that can provide the kekurangan tapi insufficient of your children. So my answers is not outer or inner. It's not like that. But what is your need, and you have to seek the proper schools, because if you are just only provide one schools for everybody, then while the need of everybody is not the same, and their condition is not the same as well, and the support system also not the same, it will be not fit, right? Because human is not like you are producing cloth in fabric or food in fabric. It's not like that. They are very it's like maybe like ASI exclusive, maybe like that. Every mom produce ASI, right? But they don't have the same composition, because their babies have different needs. So it's also like a school. So when you have to choose the school that right for your children, of course you have to recognize their needs first. Then after that you pick the schools, so your children will be growth. I mean, they will be they will be fulfilled their needs more professional or more proper, yeah.
Okay, thank you, Kak Kalita. Thank you so much. And then I will change the topic, not change the topic, maybe to make sure the position. So the pro team, it will be agreed that responsible for teaching alongside traditional subject in school, and the contra team, it will agree if the emotional intelligence needs to learn outside the classroom. Okay, thank you so much. And then, okay, Kak Alpa, you are from pro or contra
There I
team?
am. I think because I already typed number 2 as my option, so I'll go with contractor.
Time is yours.
Okay. Well, I try to fix my mind first. Right. I believe. Okay. Hold on. I think I will take a look in Indonesia condition right now. I believe school in our country should not be responsible for teaching what is that, emotional intelligence in traditional subject, because I do believe there is several reasons. Like we know in Indonesia where education it's often measured by standardized tests, right? Which is when we put emotional intelligence as another test, it would erase the focus and also take the time away from essential learning in academical subject. And a second reason, when we talk about AI, is often best learning through a real life experience. For example, like we have we have a traditional activity. It could be called gotong royong, which is people need to be mutual cooperation doing something. Usually it easily found in our local neighbors like that. And this can allow students to practice their teamwork and also develop their empathy while working together in this community activity, right? And then the third, the third reason that I could give, if school implementing these emotional programs, it could be challenging because when we take a look, many Indonesian school, it is already struggle with how the overcrowded class, and also it's already be common secret, we lack of trained educators. So this is make difficult to effectively teach emotional intelligence in school. And I think the last reason that I could give, as siapa tadi, sis Ekalita said, right? Families should be involved to play this crucial role in teaching emotional intelligence. We have, because our country is like, mostly our majority is Islam people. So, for instance, we have family gathering during Idul Fitri, right? This could be opportunity for children to learn how to get along with their family and how to make a good interaction with their relative, right? So I could compile my opinion when emotional intelligence is valuable, but it is better learned through a real real condition experience, and also from their family support. And we can give the school to concentrate on providing literally strong academic learning or foundation to the student. Yep, I think that would be my answer for this.
Okay,
So,
got the point. The school needs to
Thank you.
focus on academic, and then the outside, like maybe even like Idul Fitri, it can be focused on the emotional intelligence. Okay, that's the point from Kak Alpa, and then there is Kanad here. I want to ask you, you come from the pro or contra team?
I come from contra team. Cons.
Okay, contra team. Okay, why you're so the contra team? Why you're
Yeah.
so okay? Time is yours.
Okay, thank you. So I support the second or the cons team. Yeah, thank you for saying that. Yes, I always contradictory because I believe that it's not enough to learn emotional intelligence at school. As you know that we start school at 7 years old, but there is golden age of babies, which is younger than that. So before we born from our family, from our mother, the process of our brain capacity is already during that time. So I do believe that emotional intelligence must be supported fully by parents. So small family, our siblings, our relatives, and then big family, and also our environment. Because the school system is very limited for children. It's only, for example, like from morning to the afternoon, but then we have to go back to the family again. So no matter what good things we learn from school, if we don't continue that at house or with our environment, it will be only theory, or it will be only by the text. So emotional intelligence also related to community and society, which is dynamics. So I believe that learning it by school means that I agree with the previous speaker. It also means that there will be too many challenges that teacher must be done in one or two meetings in a classroom. And I am also teacher, so I know that being a teacher is already hard. Talking about emotional intelligence leading to characters, that also hard for teacher to make sure that everyone in the classroom knows and can implement it well to the environment, small environment or bigger environment. And so that's why I am so contradicting with this theory, because again, also if we compare to our curriculum now, we only focus on character development without putting that in our syllabus. So how can emotional intelligence put alongside with the subjects while also we are still struggling with the blueprint of our educational intelligence? So I contradicts, and I hope that family and environment are free for children to learn about emotional intelligence. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Kanat. You have the same position. You have the same position with Kak Alpa. Okay, because you are both from Contra, and that's the interesting part. Kamustakin will deliver the position in the pro team. Okay, Kamustakim, time is yours.
Hello. Hi, Nat. All right.
Hi.
Yoo-hoo. So, fun fact about Nat and I, we were in the same teaching training back then in August in Jakarta. And yeah, she's very well-rounded for teaching. But for this matter, I'm gonna stand differently with her and the rest of the people who contradicts with the topics, especially for me that some of the arguments that they mentions about were quite iffy and preposterous. Let's have a talk about why they seem to be. First of all, they don't deny that emotional intelligence is important, right? None of them denies that it's actually less important, but it's somehow difficult to teach. So the problem is the method of teaching AI, not whether or not it's important, no, should be taught at school. First thing that we need to further explain about why AI is basically supposed to be standardized in school rather than outside of the schools. Comprehending that education is a part of the emotion, humans evolvement, right? And emotion is something that evolves as well as much as your intelligence. Other which it means that just because it's something difficult to teach at school, remember that how many curriculums, blueprints have been changed through years, 5 years, every single ministry we have, they changed the blueprint. They changed the several things about the education for the academic purposes. What's the outcome of that changing, especially to get better academic? But what is the point of having the better academic? Look at it, seeing from different countries like Japan, Finlandia, that's actually supporting more emotional intelligence from the early young students. In here, we also need to see how demographic challenges, because we're archipelago country, it could lead different layer or complexity, Miss Moderator. Because when we're trying to teach on the urban areas and the people who are coming from rural areas, teaching emotional intelligence or academic intelligence are quite different. So in my stance, I would say that emotional intelligence is supposed to be taught in the early young age, which is why it's supposed to be standardized at schools, that how they learn how to manage their emotion, how they manage to self-awareness, how they manage to respect their teachers. Look at what examples of people lacking of emotional intelligence these days. Their lack of emotional resilience, they resigned from their companies because they don't want to get pressures. This is the reason why Gen Z's mental issues is even higher by numbers comparing to the millennial generations, because they seem to be have no emotional resilience that they are not taught with. If we're seeing only for the academical points of view, it is important. But from the early young students, it's supposed to be taught first. Let's have the one important lessons like in Japan, they teach how to respect people by showing how to greet when they're crossing a road. They're supposed to bow a little bit like 90-degree to other people if they're allowed to give permission to just cross the road. This is simple emotional intelligence that they're taught indirectly. But why people, especially when people say when they want to say it's supposed to be taught us like parents, is actually impossible. Remember that emotional intelligence by the parents are not the same. Look at the example how some people in Indonesia are having Asian strictly parents, tiger parenting. Emotional intelligence is not something they can teach if you have, tiger parenting style. So this is the reason why for me, especially like me, if you want to have emotional resilience, it's really difficult if you're focused on academic, because it's going to just, develop the way you think logically without having tolerance with the people surrounds you. You keep being competitive and being what we call as scrap mentality, because you're trying to sabotage every single thing. What you want to have is just logically winning over the others. You can see from the comments down there, they're so eager to win over the others, saying that, oh, academic intelligence is more important. Because what it is that in the early young students, the emotional intelligence is supposed to be developed first rather than academic. Because if you want to have better, consistent curiosity of learning, you need to have emotional resilience first, Miss Folika. So in my point of view, I disagree. I'm ready to buy the bullets, but people who brought up about the contradictory points, they are iffy. They need to bring up why and how they need to be taught in the classroom when their parents are not able to teach so, and they're also having the problem of sandwich generation or those mental issues when they have to learn and gain so much, some incentive to basically run out their lives, even to survive. How emotional intelligence can be taught by those type of parents. I think that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Kak Mustakin. Before Kak Dede and Kak Indrewanov, maybe I will give 1 minute to Kak Nat if you want to rebuttal from Mustakin. Do you want?
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But before that, easy, man, easy. Okay, Mustakin, easy, easy. We can still discuss about it.
You're always winning, Nadia. You're always.
Hey, and believe me, after the speaker after me will support me. So before they support me, let me give you some rebuttals. So thank you for mentioning emotional resilience. But again, you cannot say emotional resilience when it comes to school, because not all school are not all school are having good, even not all school give you good environment to grow. Okay. So there is big gap between public school and then private school, and there is also related to the teachers. So how dare you mention about emotional resilience at school where the teachers and even the school is not appropriate to learn about that? So if you push too hard on school system to put on emotional intelligence in the classroom, you have to know that in the classroom there must be, okay, I will talk about public school. There will be at least 30 students in the classroom. How can a teacher make sure that everyone has the same standardizations of the emotional intelligence? And again, back to my previous opinion, there is dynamics in our society. So when it comes to standardizations of character and emotional intelligence, not all appropriate for our environment and our society again, because maybe in school they learn about it that good, I mean the standard, but then back to their background, going back to home, they have their own battlefield. And these students, when they cannot implement what they learned from school, there will be double crazy about that. So I'm so sorry. But let the other speaker support me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Kana. Wow. Okay, here there's Mr. Didi. You come from one or two teams?
Okay. Yes. In my opinion, I agree with the school should it be learned outside the classroom, because if we learn it outside in the classroom, we can to create the student not worried in the study, and then the student can explore the new knowledge and more experiences can be also healthy and survive in the next future. We know that people Indonesian also from the maybe like that sport or activity in the outside is allowed in Asia, so we must to can be more activity in outdoor. And I think to the problem solving about this issue, we must to collaborate with another sector. For example, for our experience, we apply agroecotourism in the agriculture. So we invite all students to the activity in outdoor, and we study about the environmental aspect into the land. So it's became to interesting all students. Maybe something like that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Didi. And here there's Kak Indrewanov will disagree with the previous opinion from Kak Didi. Maybe Indrewanov, the time is yours.
Yeah, well, so it's really interesting to listen to several opinions from our previous speakers before, but I'd like to make it short about my opinions that related to become cons in the situations. So the keyword is the keyword is endurance, I think. So this is the result of the emotional intelligence. Could you imagine, guys, when you don't have a good emotional intelligence, how long and also how far that you can be comfortable to study? For example, yeah, when you cannot manage your mood, when you cannot manage your emotional intelligence, so maybe 20 minutes, 10 minutes, I suppose that we'll be tired with that. So this is the way also to manage the emotional intelligence, because emotional intelligence is not only talking about attitude, but something, but also bringing the way of you to have a good mood in the situation. So that's why emotional intelligence is really paramount, especially to bring us to a good way to study. And also, could you imagine, guys, and could you imagine when the situations that make you don't feel comfortable when you are in the classroom, for example, when all the people there, yeah, they're trying to they have a problem with their emotional intelligence, that everyone there trying to bullying you, trying to disrespect you in the situation. And most of the students that have a good emotional intelligence, they got a problem with that, and also they don't feel comfortable with the situation. So that's why in the situation, it's not only talking about how much the academic side or theoretical sides that we got from the school. But on the other hand, if you're trying to say that you're trying to waste our time to learn about the emotional intelligence and others, but on the other hand, there is a fact also that mentions the people can learn academic sides outside of the university, outside of the school, for example. So that's why in the situations I stand as the cons in the situation that mentioned that school should be responsible for teaching emotional intelligence alongside the traditional subjects. So this is my opinion. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Indra. And here from Kak Ekalita.
I agree that for uh, for 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 emotional intelligence staff, it have to refer to the condition first. I agree that in public schools, it's very hard to apply this parenting school because of the I agree it's because of the numbers of the children is make the teachers is like cannot handle them. It's the first of all, and the second, the teacher that go to the public schools, the selection is not not like a psychology of the children. That's also the matters. That's why I said that the variant schools is helping the parents, mostly if the parents didn't have skills to teach their children to regulate their emotional, then I suggest they pick for the early ages, of course, when in their elementary school, or I mean like kindergarten, elementary schools, and teenagers. I prefer that if you cannot regulate your emotional, cannot regulate your emotional children, you have to go to the parenting schools. And yeah, in the parenting schools, the academic will be the priority, because they have to solve your kids' emotional problem first. Because in psychology, the brain not will be open when the emotional problem cannot overcome first. So you in the parenting schools, the children will be learning about emotional skills. It's like patience, empathy, and then respect others. And your kids not will be not the economics is not will be their priority, because they have to concern of your AI kids first. And after, because in psychology they believe that after your kids can arrange their can arrange their emotional stuff, their logic thinking will be open. But of course, it have to be support in the family as well, because if in the schools, that's why that's why parenting school also they are select the parents as well. If the parents didn't support the education of the schools, they will reject your kids and yours as well, because their education will be like useless. Because if in the schools, your kids will be like having some treatments, and then in the house the parents didn't care about the kids. They don't have to support in the full like in the school. It's not like that, but they have to support the schools, and also that like the boundaries that they have to set as a parent to the kids, like the way you communicate. In the parenting school, the parents cannot communicate with children is like apa seenaknya itu apa sih, like, so they will tell you that to communicate with your kids it's like what. So, and they will also it depends to the parenting school, because the with the strict parenting school, they will be demand you to follow the school's environment. But there is also the parenting schools that giving you more space, but also you have a space, but you cannot you have to respect their boundaries as well, because it's for your kids interest, something like that. Yeah. So but I cannot say that about the Japanese thing, because we have a different culture, right? And then there are already apply the culture for centuries. So we cannot follow them because it will be like some like culture shock, something like that. Because if you telling your children something too strict in the house, and then when they go to the outer the house and nobody apply that, and it will be shock your children as well, and they will think that they will be treated like unfair, something like that, because kids sometimes critical. Yeah, I think it because it's very complicated condition. Yeah, you can adjust your menyesuaikan kebutuhanmu kita tuh gimana sih? So you have to choose the schools with your kids need. If they are go to the public school or private school or parenting school or international schools, it depends to your kids, not yours, not everybody, because if you kids have a problem, like some kids that when they go to the public schools and they're not ready yet, because in public schools the teachers is always teaching about the academics, right? They cannot take care of your kids in emotional intelligence. It's no way they can do that, because the condition is very hard. You have to follow the government curriculums, and then the parent also want the kids is smart in the early ages, and they didn't want to know about the emotional problem of the kids in the public schools. So when you send your kids in public school, make sure that your kids are ready in emotional intelligence as well, because in the schools, no way the teachers can handle the things. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Kak Kalita. I got your point, because in the public school, it's really strict and need to follow the curriculum. Okay, I got your point. And then because the time was so it's not so much time for us, so maybe I will give a conclusion that ultimately a balanced approach may be most beneficial. School can introduce foundational emotional skills while families and communities reinforce this lesson in everyday life. But I'm really appreciate the first team and the second team that deliver the idea. You really have a critical thinking and good point to say, and I'm really happy to become the facilitator of all of you guys. Maybe for the conclusions, I will ask Kasani for give the conclusion for us. Hello, Kasani, if you want, before Dania close the meeting.
Okay. I do thank for the opportunity here. As a matter of fact, I believe that the key takeaways has been stated by Ms. Folika before, that we need a balanced view where everyone should realize how, in which entity, in which community they should develop, or they should how to say, it's like preserve the best way, the best approach to increase not only emotional but also the academic intelligence of their children. I think that's my comment. I cannot talk more. Thank you for the occasion.
Okay, thank you, Kasani, and I will give the floor for Kadania again.
Okay, thank you. As we wrap up our discussions, I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to our beautiful moderator tonight for guiding us through these important conversations. And also, I want to express my appreciation to all the participants for your thoughtful contribution and engaging perspective. So, thank you so much for all the participants here being a part of this insightful exchange. Okay, so before we close our discussion tonight, let's take a picture together, guys. Okay, I've done a picture. Okay, for all the beautiful and handsome participants, can you open your camera if you don't mind? Okay, you guys ready? Oh my God, who's here? There's Thomas Ocker, Miss Sophie. Why you didn't speak up? We miss your voice.
I was late, miss. I'm sorry.
All right, Miss. Okay, everyone. And 1, 2, 3. Hold on, wait a minute. All right, second style maybe. 1, 2, 3. All right, thank you so much, Miss Polikashi, and also all the participants who attend tonight's discussions. And before we end our meeting, let's say our jargon. Miss Sunny, help me.
Okay, so the moment I say hell Ota, you guys say yesterday, we say tomorrow. So yeah, hell Ota.
Yesterday.
Yesterday, tomorrow.
Okay,
Bye.
everyone. Thank you.
Okay,
Bye
thank you so much,
bye.
guys.
Good Monday, guys.
Thank you.
Bye, bye everybody.
Bye bye.